By Chris McCoy, you're the head honcho here at Stratford Town Academy. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I've been coaching for nearly a decade, maybe a bit longer. I started doing these sort of programs as a player many years ago for Birmingham City.
Yeah.
I got released from Morse and it was the next closest thing to a football player. So as I said, similar sort of thing for Birmingham City, the team that I support, but I got to do a lot of education side of it. Fell out of love a little bit with the game halfway through because I wasn't getting to the levels that I thought I was capable of. Become an electrician, got a trade under me, but everything I did when I was at work was always thinking about football, or trying to get involved in football and things like that. So I ended up helping out someone that was like a grassroots coach, did like the football camps that they do here. Ended up helping there, and then I had a real bug that I was thinking I need to do this day-to-day stuff. So then I ended up volunteering at Coventry Academy, did that for 2 years, and then fortunately enough they offered me a role. I hadn't got any qualifications, but all the stuff that they were bringing up and all the stuff they mentioned, I always filtered it back to the time when I was at the Birmingham community doing this sort of stuff. And so it always made me think, I wish I'd stuck it out, I didn't leave halfway through. So now that I'm at Coventry Academy, I've managed to get on my B licence, up to my B licence. Then I moved over to West Bromwich Albion, and I kind of led their development programme in Worcestershire, and then moved on to their college programme for Stanwell College. We had some of the facilities by the stadium. We did the training there. We did some of the facilities in Stanwell area, and then once that programme expanded out to nearly 300 kids, I wanted to expand it further, but they didn't quite have the room to manoeuvre in that position, especially when COVID had just hit and so on. And then I moved to Walsall Academy from there, and then with here, that was part-time, then moved into this place. And since then it's been reliable, because at West Brom you've got all the luxury of all the equipment, all the facilities and all that, whereas here it's you proper really earning every little bit that you get, every little bit of kind of equipment or resources you get, you kind of feel a little bit more reward than what you just get given to. And then some of the kids that we bring in are a lot more down to earth than lads that you get from their sort of the West Bromwich programme, because they're kind of like spoon-fed a lot of things, whereas here they're really having to work and be creative about what they're doing, what they've got. And currently now I'm obviously doing the academy manager role now, and part-time with Birmingham City Academy.
Brilliant.
So
tell us about Stratford Town Academy.
So the programme that we offer, or the scholarship programme, basically your days are split in half. Your football half of the day and education half the day. The football is obviously the main carrot that everyone wants to do. You train several times in the week, you play games on Wednesdays. There's other enrichment football things, so like St George's Park we go to. There's a couple of visits we've been to stadiums, so Villa Park, we've been there, we've had tours there. We've got a couple of West Bromwich Albion ones, and then a couple of Birmingham City ones in the pipeline working out. Then if there's room, we'll go to universities, so they not only they'll have a training session at uni, but they get to see what the uni life is going to be potentially like for them, if that's what they want, and so on. The education side is the bit that not many kids tend to enjoy, unfortunately, but it's a very good programme in terms of education. It offers a lot more than what a sixth form would give you. So a lot of lads and girls that we get tend to be practically driven, so they want to go and do something, they want to be hands-on. Whereas we offer that kind of half and half, so you have a little bit of theory, but it's only aimed at setting up your practical, and then you do the practical side of things.
Do you have special tutors coming in to do the theory then?
No, so I do all the theory side of it. So I've got, I'm a qualified teacher. I've been doing it for 5 years, to say the tutoring. The best thing I think that I can offer that a lot of tutors wouldn't necessarily offer is I've got the actual real life experience of it. So I've lived through what some of these students are going through, the difficulties, the kind of the realisation that being a Premier League footballer is very far away. It's not impossible, but it's very far away now. So I've gone through that and thinking, right, this isn't going to work out for me, but if I can have a career in football, whether it's a coach, analysis, scout, social media side of things is a big aspect of football now. These are the programmes perfect for it, and you need someone that's been in those shoes or gone through clubs like West Brom, Blues, Coventry that have said we need this, and I can be the tutor that says, right, this is what I'm upskilling you for, so you can be ready for that one phone call saying we need someone who's really good at social media, we need someone who's a physio.
So that they finish their GCSEs and then they've got the decision made. Do they go sixth form or some sort of college, or an opportunity to come to somewhere like Stratford where you can get good at your football, learn drills and all that sort of, but also the background to football to get a qualification at the end of it?
Exactly, yeah. So the qualification you'll have, the main one for the course that they'll be doing is an NCFE sports coaching and physical activity diploma. Other things that you'll get, which is the equivalent of 3 A levels, which is a pretty good standard for outside of sixth form. But then other qualifications you get is you'll have first aid, first level first aid. Then you'll have talent identification level 1. You'll have your playmaker, which is like the start of your coaching pathway and your badges. The Cody funding that obviously got an opportunity for, that's those standout students that want to really pursue coaching or a career somewhere where they can have funding given by the club or the Cody funding, and they can go to level 1 and 2, and we can help facilitate what needs to be done. If it means that they need to get a certain amount of hours coaching, we can do that because we have schools coming to deliver for them for us.
Now, what type of students are you looking for? What would you choose? Because I know you have open days and you have trials and stuff like that. Tell me about the sort of students that you're looking for.
So I'm always looking for the Lionel Messis and the Cristiano Ronaldos and the Mbappes. The football obviously is a really important thing for us because we want to not only give the best qualifications out to the students, we also want them to have real passion for football. So the one things, and I say this to professional footballers that are just starting out, when you're in this sort of age, you're looking at a career and jobs. Now, when you come to these sort of programs, you've got to really love football and not see it as a chore or kind of like a task that you've got to do. You've got to live and breathe it. And we have a lot of students that will come in and they say they love football, but when it comes to playing three games a week, training in between it, sacrificing those 1 or 2 nights where you've got to go and play early the next day, a lot of students think, oh well, I think I just want to play kickabout with my mates, and that's fine. I have no issue with that because you can still love football and do that. It just means then you need to think, right, my career in football is going to be X, Y and Z, so I need to be really solid with my theory. So the ideal student is excellent footballer, excellent theory side, but I'm happy to have the ones that love the theory side of football and really want to delve into the details of football, but then I'm also happy to someone that loves playing football. The theory side isn't their biggest passion, but they know that in order to get the football, the theory comes alongside it.
So the students then, they'll probably be had a really been good at school level and stuff, and they probably think that they're Billy Big Boots and all that sort of thing when they've done such a good, scoring lots of goals for the first school team and all that sort of thing. How do you then start moulding them into ideal young people and make sure that they knuckle down and not think that they're too far ahead of themselves?
So that's the £1 million question really. There's loads of different strategies really. You kind of get them to understand kind of the level that they're stepping up to. So at school, it's a very mixed bag of abilities that you're going to have. So you could be the standout one there, but you could be the bottom of the food chain when you come to us. So it's kind of getting to manage their own expectations, what's expected of them. If it's someone that's really standing out and they are really someone that's that much of a standout talent, we can push and demand more from them because they can bear the brunt and the pressure of it. With that, there's a reward that you get, like Devon O'Sullivan at the minute, brilliant opportunities in the first team, amazing opportunities with Stoke and Coventry City right now. So those sort of players that really stand out, we can manage their expectations with giving the rewards for it. So those hard work and that graft that you put in with your theory and the football side, we can reward you with it. It's easily done. Then it's up to them basically. They've got to deliver what they want to have. So if they want to be a footballer and they've done a good theory and they really stand out in the practical, then it's on them. They've got to deal with it, what's given to them. So
you're saying that you've got to do the good theory. How do you judge that? Is it how when they do their morning's work or afternoon's work in the classroom and stuff? Are they regularly tested as part of their course?
No, so that's the benefit of that. That's probably the biggest plus with our programme is there's no tests. The only tests you'll have to do if it's maths and English if you need to upgrade your overall GCSE mark, but there's no tests or exams involved in it. It's all assignment work, all kind of evidence-based work. So, for example, that they're doing coaching practices now. They'll deliver to their peers 20 minutes practice, and it's basically judged by myself and Tom whether we'd be happy for them to deliver a PE lesson or we'd be happy for them to go and deliver a camp session or to their peers or a different club or something like that. So the work they do with the theory, it's although they have to hit certain criteria in order to pass it, it can be really expansive to how they explain stuff. So a really good one is, I know you speak to a few bit, Eleanor. She's some of the work that she produces is outstanding, and the way she describes or kind of gives an example of what she's trying to say can be brilliant, but that's not going to be the set standard to everyone. It could be someone that really struggles theory. If they can explain to me what we're trying to achieve or aim, that's fine. If it means that they use the resources on the internet where it's a link off Google to help explain and then explain to me what that means to them, that can be a pass as well. So although there's a criteria to hit, it can be very expansive to what they're actually trying to hit. So it benefits everyone. So we've had in the past, or I've worked on programs in the past, this needs to be said, that needs to be said, that needs to be said. It doesn't quite work, and especially in football and sports as well. So it isn't heavily football, it can be sports based. If someone's really good at sports and they're a really good coach, practical deliverer, I'm not going to hinder someone from having a career in sports or football because they can't write an essay on it. If they're going to be able to deliver something that's top-notch level coaching, I'm going to make sure they pass through the work. If it means I spend a few hours extra with them, or we kind of like grind out the hours to get the work done, then that's what it is.
Do you ever get any students that try and skip the theory stuff?
Yeah.
What happens to them when that happens?
Yeah, so that's the fun part of the job. So yeah, that's basically just making them realise what the expectations are, remind them of the culture that we want, and then make them understand that if theory falls so far behind, football gets taken away, or the benefits of going to St George's or stadiums get taken away. So it's kind of one of them that you play ball with us with the theory side, we'll give you rewards for X, Y and Z sort of stuff.
Right, you've got 36 students at the moment in the 2 year that is currently going.
Yeah.
You'll be starting year one again, I believe, August, is it?
Yeah, so the pre-season starts in August, we start the theory in September.
How many people are you looking for?
As many as possible, really. Like, I know a lot of clubs and a lot of academies like ours, similar to ours, they're very exclusive, and we have that exclusivity for the top end footballers or the top end theory students. So if someone's an outstanding footballer, we've got a team that can be outstanding and have the football side of it. Obviously the theory is important, so they need to make sure they keep their standards to the theory. It's just probably a little bit less than what the theory that's excellent students. So there's not a cap. I'll never put a cap on it, because tomorrow I may have someone come to me and say their academy's folded, we've got 40 kids that are excellent students, but we've got nowhere to supply football for them. I'm not going to be the person that says, like, I love football, so I'm not saying to anyone you can't play football. Yeah. It's one of them sort of things that we have to find a way that fits, and the club are more than capable of taking on that sort of load, or if we need to expand or build better infrastructure for it, it'll be in place.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got good facilities with the 3G that's out there, plenty of pitches out there, and obviously the main first team pitch you get access to as well.
Yeah.
So it is a good place to come to. It's on the up, definitely, isn't
100%, 100%. Some of the kind of ideas that I hear from the owner, and then from some of the support that I get for helping with recruitment and helping with those little enrichment things, so getting guest speakers to come in and talk, is unbelievable. And some academies will have guest speakers, some academies will have enrichment days, not many will have them together. And then the benefit of having the stadium, a lot of academies will have an attachment to the club badge but have no input whatsoever from the club, or have very little come from them, whereas we've got the benefit of all 4 or 5 different kind of branches all in one sort of place, which is brilliant.
Yeah, and boys, girls, everybody.
Yeah, completely. Anyone can come along.
Absolutely. Well done, Chris. Thank you very much.
Thank you.